I have discovered today as I'm trying to work on another sample of stitch tapering is that it's real critical for us to go ahead and do some stitch samples of a particular stitch. What I'm working on right now, and I have marked my fabric, is I have marked, I'm going to try to scan out so you all can look at this a little bit, 2 interlocking squares. So what I've got is one square on point, and if I try to zoom out a little bit, you'll see that I've got 2 squares that are sort of interlocking. This is very similar to what I had made in my original class sample, which was the little brown doily sort of a thing. Here we go. And when I originally made this particular shape, I had worked first of all from making the center designs, everything that was here in the middle, and then I was able to, I had to do a lot of math to try to figure out how I was going to do those outer points. And in the other day in class, I was talking to you all about how I really did feel that it was going to be easier if we started out by building from the outside of the design first, and then once we knew what our shape and our size was, then it was going to be easier for us to fill in using some other kinds of tapered stitches to make various kinds of designs like I did on this particular sample. So that's what I'm working on today. I decided that what I would do is make I believe it was a 9-inch square, and try to get the points to line up correctly using the tapering stitches. So I chose on my machine stitch number 21. And on stitch number 21, when I went into the tapering mode to select how I was going to alter it, I chose for my beginning point that I wanted it to be a 45-degree beginning angle as well as a 45-degree ending angle. And when I did a stitch sample, I discovered that with this particular stitch, it took about a 1/2 inch once I hit my lock stitch button for it to create the miter and lock off. And so that actually made it quite easy for me to figure out where it was that I needed to start and stop on my real sample that I'm making. If I look out at this right now, you can see that this pattern took 5 repeats to make the stitch length that I wanted for my project. All right, so I'm going to hit the OK button, and I'm going to actually come back over and look at what I just sewed out. This is my starting point right here, and my line is a 2-inch line. And because I stitch sampled this, then that's how I discovered that I could make a 2-inch line and have it end up exactly where I wanted it. And then I pivoted and I continued on down to finish it. And you can see that it almost came out exactly on my purple mark lines that I've got going on here on my fabric. So at least for this particular pattern, which is stitch number 21, and it looks rather like a cross stitch pattern, it is about a 1/2 inch of space that is needed after you hit the lock stitch button to finish creating that mitered corner. All right, I'm going to finish the next, I've done 2, and I'm going to go ahead and finish the next 2, and then I'll pick back up again and see what else we can do with this project. Okay, that's it for now.